Because the healthier the skin is, the longer the makeup's actually going to last. Would you agree, Ingrid?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
It's all about the prep.
Yeah, it's all about the prep.
So it's nice and early, and I'm going to run you through my morning skin routine before I head into my friend's house and we get our makeup done for Stakes Day at the races and the birdcage. So I'm going to start with a cleanse, nice gentle cleanse for the morning. Now, when it's nice and early in the morning, we've just woken up, really normal for our face to be a little puffy. So I'm really going to work with the power of massage this morning, not only to just get that blood moving in my skin, but to also drain any excess fluid, retention and puffiness under the eyes, sculpt the skin and the face out a little bit so that we're looking nice and smooth and sculpted for that makeup application. So I want you to think of your cleanse as you're setting the canvas for your product application. So the way I prepped my skin last night was I slept in my Barrier Mist and Hydration Booster after cleansing, a renewal booster, and then I actually applied my recovery mask on top. So that blend of ingredients that I used was not only working on hydration, cell repair, pigmentation and brightening tone, cell health, but I finished with the recovery mask, which is my absolute go-to for prep for events, because it's got such a gentle acid in it, PHA acid, to really gently remove any excess dead skin so that the next day your makeup glides on. It also has so many beautiful ceramides in it to help nourish the skin and the barrier. So I love sleeping in the recovery mask before I've got anything the next day, especially if I have to get my makeup done, because it does create this beautiful smooth canvas. I'll be taking the mist with me today for top-ups. Nice light mist, allowing that skin a little bit of moisture and pre-hydration before we go in with our hydration booster. Hydration booster is just so ultra light that it's just perfect for makeup preparation, because it's got nothing in it that's going to feel sticky for the makeup artist. It's super lightweight, and you can apply it literally everywhere just to top up on that water content the day ahead. So as I massage this down the neck, I'm actually going to start opening up the lymphs. So just a few circular motions just behind the ears, around that neck area, up and down motions, so we can start to drain. And just do a few here on my collarbone as well. Just tapping the area. So we have nodes to drain that fluid and those toxins too in our facial massage. Now, Reversa treatment for me is the perfect primer for makeup. So it's not only going to allow that makeup to hold on the skin, but it's also going to be feeding that surface skin. Sea buckthorn berry oil, we're going out into a 21-degree day. We need antioxidants, so we've got a super high antioxidant derived from sea buckthorn berries, which is actually more potent than vitamin C. So it's not only going to protect the cells, but going to continue to work on any pigmentation and lightening, brightening the skin's tone. I'm just going to massage one little half pump down my neck as well. And honestly, I've had so many makeup artists say that this is such a beautiful primer. So it just sets this beautiful silky but lightweight feeling on the surface, and it does allow, you know, that makeup to actually be set on the skin as well. It's got that lactic acid in it, mild acidity to exfoliate, but it is going to set a beautiful canvas for the makeup to actually last as long as possible. Just massaging onto the top of the hands as well. And I'm set. Now, because I am a dry skin, if you were, say, a combination to oily skin, you might want to just stop there with hydration booster and Reversa treatment. But I'm actually just going to go in with the smallest bit of soother. That was literally like a drop or two. And there's hardly anything on my hands, but I just want a tiny bit of oil there because I am quite dry. And I also just want a tiny bit of slip for this massage that I'm going to do. I really want to make make sure that that is all pressed in. So pressing is key here when you're layering products, especially prior to makeup application. I'm just going to warm up the sinuses, some nodes here. I'm going to warm up my temples. I'm going to start with gua sha. So I'm going to start on the neck. I'm going to work down with a slight second or two hold at the base where the clavicle is. Imagine yourself draining fluid down here. Nice light pressure. Reflect what you've done on one side with the other. And basically this is not only just waking up my skin, getting that blood moving, but it's also helping to sculpt the skin and remove any fluid retention and puffiness. So I'm looking my best and the makeup's looking its best on my face, on my canvas. Working through the jawline. If there's any areas that you feel any muscular tension, you can always hold on those areas that little bit longer just to relieve any muscle. Just work around here and then pull it, drain it out. Eyes, where a lot of us do wake up with puffiness. You can also manually drain, so working out towards the ear, scooping around the ear and then down the neck. Or you could go out towards the ear and scoop down. So if this is an area of concern for you, there's nothing wrong with going over this area a few more times to customize the massage for you. You can just go around areas that you're concerned with the most. We're going to work through the brow area, an area that can hold a lot of muscle tension for a lot of people. I like working upwards and actually just holding, pulling. And I'm going to mimic what I've just done on this side, but you can already see it just looks a little bit more lifted, looks a little bit more sculpted, especially just here. The power of massage. I remember also before a busy day, it's so nice to just have a moment for yourself. So if you get up that little bit earlier, just to allow yourself 5 or 10 minutes for this sort of self-care routine, it's just setting you up for your whole day because you've actually had a moment to digest whatever it is that you need to. You haven't just jumped out of bed and it's go, go, go from the minute you get up. And then as we know with social events, it then doesn't stop from there. So if you can just put aside that extra time for self-care that's silent and thoughtful and reflective, it gives you a little bit of extra time for you.
So I'm getting my makeup done. We're almost done. And I wanted to ask Ingrid, who's doing my makeup today, about my skin. Was it okay to apply the makeup to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So it's hydrated, it's plump, So what you find in the industry when you're working, a lot of people have got really dehydrated skin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite hard for products to sort of sit within the skin. If it's dehydrated, it sits on the surface and that doesn't last all day. So you want it to be hydrated and plump.
And it wasn't too thick, it didn't ball at all?
No
Yep.
balling.
Yeah, so that's my go-to, really just jumping in on the hydration with the hydration booster, but then also doubling up with some antioxidant support and a little bit more of that moisturizing effect on the skin, which comes from the Reversa treatment. For those of you that are a little bit more dry, I would always add just a drop or so of the Soother treatment and really press that in on top of the Reversa, and then you've got this really nice moisturized but also luminous base. There you go, that's my event prep for makeup application. And just like that, I'm ready. I'm race day ready.